Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So in this video today, we're actually going to be talking about how apparently marijuana, cannabis, weed is not effective for anxiety or depression, and you could get addicted to it. Who knew, right? Leave it to Fox, and then we're going to get into this. So it says medical marijuana does not help with anxiety, depression, and in fact, it doubles the risk of addiction. And I'm going to start right here. It says a recent study found that medical marijuana fails to improve symptoms of pain, anxiety, and depression. It effectively doubles the risk of developing addictive symptoms, which is CUD for cannabis use disorder. And it says right here, there have been many claims about the benefits of medical marijuana for treating pain, insomnia, anxiety, and depression without sound scientific evidence to support it. At least 1.4 million Americans are using marijuana for their health, according to Associated Press analysis. And while marijuana has been shown to help ease pain and few other health problems, 2/3 of the U.S. states have decided pot should be legal to treat many other conditions. Although the effects of any substance vary from person to person, researchers found that those who consume cannabis with anxiety and depression had the highest risk of developing CUD. So after reading this article, and I did read the whole thing, and yes, it will be linked down below. After reading this entire article, it was made very clear to me that this was something that had to have been funded by the big pharma, okay? Because you're telling me that if you use it for depression or anxiety, you are now going to have a higher risk of being addicted to it. And, you know, it's like how people are addicted to smoking cigarettes, for example. Now you're going to be addicted to it. It's equivalent to people being addicted to drinking alcohol. That's what they're saying. You're going to have this crazy addiction to it because, you know, if you're using it for depression, that's what you're going to be having, right? Now, I disagree, okay? And they also said in there, they were saying how people use it for pain management and like, oh, well, it's not that effective, you know, if you have chronic pain, but over here, if it's not chronic pain, like acute pain, for example, yeah, it's not really going to do anything. And yes, marijuana, it varies from person to person. That is very true. How you may experience it is going to be different than how I may experience it. It depends on, you know, obviously your body, your weight. You may need, you know, I don't know, let's say you have like an edible or something, and let's say it's like a brownie. You may need only half of it. This person may need only a third. I may need the whole entire thing. So yes, it's proportion and all that kind of stuff. But to say like, oh, it doesn't help with pain, but then to be like, but this stuff does over here that's prescribed that you could get at a doctor's office, it comes off to me after having read this that this is obviously paid by the pharmaceutical companies. Okay, this is your science. Of course, anyone can say, oh, it's science. Okay, oh, trust the science. But as we have seen throughout certain recent events, past 2 years, really, you can't necessarily go by just that. You can't just go by, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do because this is right. But then, you know, a little bit later, they'll say, oh, yeah, we were wrong. You know, so with this, it's very clear to me that, yes, this is obviously something that is funded by pharmaceutical companies saying, yeah, weeds, don't do that, y'all, because y'all can get weed from anywhere. But you can only get our nice little pill that will probably get you addicted, as we have seen with the opioid epidemic. This will get you addicted, but hey, use our stuff. Give us the money. Don't give those people over there the money. Don't give your weed guy the money. Don't give your dispensary the money. Give it to us. You know, you could trust us. It's science. And that's how I really looked at this whole article. And I'm like, I can almost guarantee you, they had a whole meeting where they're like, everything I'm doing all animated like this is exactly what they were doing in their meeting. And they're like, yeah, people will believe this, right? Because we're putting science in there. It's not going to help with anxiety, depression. It's not going to help with pain management. Oh, come on, you guys. Go and take our pill. Our pill. It's the pill for you. No. Okay, yo. No. Because as we have seen, with a lot of these pills, most people don't even know what is in them. Okay? They give you, as we even seen with these commercials that you'll see on like regular cable television, regular cable, you'll see them being like, oh, here's a nice little photo, a picture of a happy family, and we're all just, we're on the swings and we're jumping and we're so happy. We're walking by the beach, we're at the park, we're eating ice cream, we're laughing. Oh my goodness. But it may cause you to have anxiety, depression, weight gain, weight loss, hair loss, it may make you sleepwalk or potentially die. I've yet to hear that weed is going to give you any of that stuff. I've yet to hear any of that from a reputable source. I've never heard like, okay, it's going to cause this. That's why the guy's, that's why he's talking like that. He's like, right? Because it's so much crap, and they're trying to just pump it in there, so much so, and then convince you that this is normal. That a pill that's supposed to help with, I seen one that was supposed to help with like eczema or something like that. It was like some kind of psoriasis eczema thing, and they're like, hey, you take it and then your eczema will it'll go away, but you may sleepwalk, you may have a change in mood, which is what they like to say. You may get depressed. Don't operate heavy machinery. I mean, if it's doing that kind of stuff to you, should you even really be taking it? Now, on the other hand, you may say, well, weed, it could give you impairment when you're driving. Yeah, you're not supposed to take it. But I've yet to hear anyone say, yeah, weed, it made me so anxious and so anxious. Yeah, I had thoughts of suicide. Yeah, it made me depressed when I was taking it. I've yet to hear any of that. But you hear all this stuff from big pharma and the pharmaceutical companies with these crazy pills in injections and all this craziness that they have, and then they're going to turn around and then say it doesn't help with anything. Oh well, it makes it so that it doubles the risk of addiction. Does it though? Does it? What about your stuff? Does your stuff not double the risk, triple, quadruple the risk of addiction? So I say all this to say, be very critical of what you read, okay? Because anyone could just look at the article and then say, well, hey, it says it doesn't help with anxiety, depression, doubles the risk of addiction. Oh my goodness, I could get addicted to marijuana? What? And then they'll say, oh yeah, you have cannabis use disorder. Oh my goodness, it does that? Oh my goodness, 1.4 million Americans are using it? Oh no, oh, we have to stop, we have to ban this stuff. We can't, all the stocks for marijuana must fall because Fox told us it needs to fall. So it really just shows you how crazy the stuff is and how much you actually have to do your own research with a lot of it, okay? You have to do your own research. You have to look at it. And if it's coming from the mainstream media, really anything, okay? Unless it's like a Jimmy Dore, Graham Elwood, Placone, Lee Camp, or someone like that, Max Blumenthal, unless it's coming from Aramate, what I mean? The list goes on. And upsettingly, there's not that many people that have that kind of ideology, so unless you're getting your news from like that kind of place, if you're getting it from mainstream media, you have to always look at it critically. You have to look and be like, well, why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? Why are you saying this now? What's the wording with it? And what is a possible agenda that comes from this? So anytime I look at, the Fox News or anything like that, unless it's just like straight, like, like I did a story earlier today where it was talking about, sleep pills and whatnot, and some kids was like ages 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7, and they like pretty much overdosed on sleep pills and whatnot. unless you're just giving straight, like, this is what happened, this is all we know, fine. But once it comes to certain things like this, where there's a possible agenda in place, that's when you have to squint, turn your head a little bit, and be like, are you telling me everything? And then follow it up with some other kind of research, some other kind of sources as well. That's how I usually do it. But yeah, do I believe all of what they're telling me? Not really. Okay. You take it with a grain of salt, and that goes with anyone, anyone's opinion, whatever. Take it with a grain of salt. You're either going to believe it in full or you're not. I mean, that's really what it is. This, I already know what the agenda is. It's to say, well, I mean, we can have it for some medical purposes, but we really need you guys to buy our pill because it'll give you this, and that. It can help you with your skin problems, your skin irritations, and this and that. But, you may want to just drive your car and start sleepwalking and stuff like that, So you always have to be very critical about what it is that you are looking at, unless it's just something, as I stated, with the sleeping pill situation. But that's pretty much all that I have for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, please like and subscribe. And until then.